Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Ben Cleary. Today we're going to be talking about what we used to call the support site. Now we call it the Solution Center. Our guest today is Stephanie Bradford. Stephanie is, of course, Director of Customer Care here at CCH Small Firm Services. Stephanie, good to have you with us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
The support site is what we've always called it, but now we call it the Solution Center because it's really a lot more than the old support site.
Definitely. It's got so many more links on it and things that are available without even logging in. So it really is a place to find all your solutions.
I know last year, the first big change came last year when we made the name change to Solution Center, and we changed a lot of well, actually we changed the whole site really. But this year we've made even more changes. What can we look forward to?
This year we've got more things available right there on the front screen for you, and we have a few extra links that we're going to look at when we get into the demo.
And we did away with the login too, right?
For most things. You still have to log in if it's anything with taxpayer data or your personal data, like credit cards and fees and that sort of thing. But everything else is wide open. There's no login required.
So the important stuff is still protected behind the wall there, the login wall. And the other stuff you don't that you normally would need to get to is right there in the open, real easy to access.
Yes, any user in your office can go in and access things like latest news or the blog or forms availability charts, any of that's available.
So then you don't have to worry about giving a password to somebody that you may not want them to have access to your personal information.
Exactly.
Sounds great. Let's do this. Let's go to the computer screen, if you would. Take us into the Solution Center. Let's navigate around there a little bit and show us what all's there.
Okay, let's go.
I have the TaxWise Solution Center website pulled up, and as you know, this is support.taxwise.com. You can get to this site by typing that directly, or you can link to it from inside your software. And for those of you that have not logged into it before, the site is set up so that you can log in as an admin user, the person who can see and do everything, or you can set up users for your employees, and you can restrict their access so they can't get to everything. However, like we've already mentioned, everything that your employees would need to do is wide open. They don't have to log in anyway, so it may not even be worth setting up users for them. You can just set yourself up as the admin and then just let them click on the things that do not require login. So we're going to go through a few of these things. On this main page, the first thing I want to point out is this training area, how to use the Solution Center. There's a tutorial here that's only about 8 minutes long, and it tells you exactly how to use the Solution Center, how to set up usernames, logging in, that sort of thing. If you get yourself locked out of the Support Center for your password, you can reset it yourself, and there's a way to do that. When we go to the login screen, I'll point that out. How to set up user accounts, and how to use the knowledge base. This one specifically was added this past tax season because we changed the knowledge base vendors that we use. So it was a little different, but much advanced over what we used to have. So we're really excited about that. We have a whole team of employees that do nothing but put in knowledge base answers every single day. So some of the options that we have here, everything that does not require a login is things that are readily available. Anyone could go to this site and see it. And the things that do require a login contain taxpayer data or your personal data. So for example, everything under My Account is about your business, so it is locked down. You would have to log in to do that. Everything under Account Services is also locked down, so that you would need to log in to have access to that. Everything under the quick links is wide open. I believe everything under the business partners, you can get to that with no login. And Prepare Solutions is kind of half and half. So we're gonna look at that more. That's the main important area that we're going to look at today. So the first thing that I want to point out is that on the support site we have something called Latest News. And when I click on that, you'll see that it takes you to this Hot Topics area. And this is updated during tax season several times a day. The way this works is every morning I personally update this site. And that's weekdays, weekends, days, nights, 2 in the morning. This gets updated for you. So this is like late breaking news and things that you need to know about e-filing or bank products or diagnostic errors, validation errors, that sort of thing will get put here on Hot Topics. And if it goes in the knowledge base, it will also go in the knowledge base for you to get to later. So this is really important for you to check this every day and often. And you can even subscribe to it here so that you can have an email or a text message to your cell phone sent to you every time we update this. If you do the text message on your phone, you just get like the subject line and a few words because it's too long, but at least you know something got updated, and then you can go here to click on it and check it out. And again, you don't have to log in for that, so it's wide open. Another important link here is the knowledge base, and again, when I click on that, there's no login required. Most of you have used the knowledge base by now. You know that it's driven by keywords, and especially if you have some kind of number like an error message or a reject code, if you just type in that number, you can find it pretty easily. I will show you one trick while we're here. I'm going to click on advanced search, and when I click on that, I can narrow this down so that I only see the articles that have been updated lately. So I'm going to change the sort so that it only shows me new or updated, and change it to descending, meaning the newest ones at the top. And when I click on it, it's going to show me things that have been updated recently. And that's something really good to do just every now and then. Maybe Monday morning before you open up your office, just see what's been added lately or updated. So I'm going back out to the main screen of the Solution Center. We call this the landing page. You'll hear us say that. We may say Solution Center. We may say support site. It's all the same thing to us. The next thing that I want to show you is the blog. And a lot of people don't know what a blog is. It's almost like a diary or just a running web page of information. But the reason we created this is if anything ever happens to the Solution Center, the blog is separate. It's handled by Blogspot, which is a separate company that hosts it for us. So if anything ever happens here, you can always get to the blog. And you, of course, if this is down, you can't click on this link to get to it. But when I click it, you'll see that the web address is mytaxwise.blogspot.com. So if you know that or you have it bookmarked in your system, like I said, you could always go there. If something's going on and you can't get to the support site, this is always up. And we put the same type of information here that we do on latest news. And the way that usually works is we have an 8 o'clock meeting every weekday morning that I participate in. We find out, late breaking news that we need to get the message out to the customers. We immediately post it on the blog. I take that same information, post it on latest news, put it on the community board, put it on the phone system, so if you call in, you'll hear it. And we trickle that information out to everybody in all those different types of media. This is what the blog looks like. The latest things are at the top. And as I scroll down, you'll see that it just goes and goes and goes. It is separated out over here on the side by year and also by month. So if you needed to go back and research something, you could. You could also, there's a search on it, so you could search for things, and you can also subscribe to it so that it will send you emails when something gets added, just like the latest news does. So I'll close that, and I'll be back here on the main page. There is another blog that's listed here as well. The first one is TaxWise. The second one is TaxWise Online. TaxWise Online is a special web version of the TaxWise software, and it's used by some of our Vita sites and also some of our other customers that have multiple locations. So if you would know if you're using TaxWise Online, it's a separate web program, and that would be when you would access that blog. The next thing that I want to show, I'm going to skip over these two because they require a login, so I'm going to skip over that for now, and I'm going to go over here to the training videos link. These are videos, or brain sharks we call them, which is like a PowerPoint, but it's automated. It has voice and it also has PowerPoint screens. These are videos that you can click on to get training on very specific items. Now what I have up here right now is still from this past tax season. I'll be updating these in the late fall time period, so by the time you go to it, it will have changed. But it's really good for you or for your employees to refresh your skills here, or if you have new employees, to have them go in here and learn about how to do very specific things. And most of them are 3 to 5 to 10 minutes long at the most, so it's really fast. The next two items listed here, the reports and the product updates, you do have to log in to access those, so I'm going to skip them for now. Conversions would be for new customers, and you could go here and just access those. There's no login required. And then the user guides have their own link here as well. And again, you don't have to log in to get to that. I don't have any uploaded yet for the current year, but you would see those listed out here for TaxWise or any of our other products that we sell, Fixed Asset Manager, CAS, any of that. You could go in here and it's a PDF, so you could search the user guide, or you could actually print it out if you wanted to have there on your desk. Now I'm going to move over to the quick links section. And this link, this section has links to important other sites that can help you solve some of the problems that you may have. The first one is TaxWise TV, and obviously if you're watching this show you know how to get to TaxWise TV, but it is a link here, and every weekday during tax season we do a live show, and again it's based on that 8 o'clock meeting that I have. Any information we need to get out, we post it on the sites, and we also do this 10 to 20 minute show that tells you late breaking news or information for your day. We have a link to university here. We have a link to customer service emails, and I want to point that one out. When I click it, it looks a lot like the hot topics or the latest news that we already linked on in the other section. These are emails that our marketing group sends out to customers all throughout the year, but it's not sales marketing, it's informational, customer service or training information that we send out all throughout the year. So I post those here as well as marketing sending those to you, and I want to explain a little bit about the difference. When marketing sends out emails, they send it to the email address that you gave us when you bought the software, and we have that stored off in another program. When I post this here on the website, any user of the website that has signed up to subscribe and get these email alerts will get alerted. So for example, if you have a fairly large organization, then the person who bought the software is probably the owner or the president, and his or her email address is on file somewhere, and they get the marketing emails. They may not even deal with the day-to-day, so they may not be passing that on to all the other people in your office. So we give you the opportunity to sign up here with any email address, and when I post something here, it gets sent out to you. So there's a lot of good information here about some of our seminars, about the RTRP test, some of the other products that we offer that you may not realize you have access to. Some things are free, like the marketing tools for your business, earning CPE credit, how to update your software, how to get ready for tax season. That's the type of thing that's here under customer service emails, and I encourage you to sign up for those alerts just like you do these latest news alerts. It's two different things. The next link over here is the Tax Update newsletter, and this is a newsletter that comes out quarterly. Our sister company, CCH, produces it for us, and when I click on it and expand that window, you'll see that it's a very professional newsletter that has really detailed tax information that you may need for your business. And you can just click on any of those to read the articles. And we do update that quarterly. The next link under quick links is the shipping schedule, and this is something that you would click on or look at before tax season starts. We do ship out software in November, the initial software version, and you can also download it from the website. Log in and download it. And this shipping schedule tells you when we plan to ship other things as well. Some of you purchase books from us, or you purchase IntelliConnect to log in and access that same data, like from the Master Tax Guide. And this tells you when we expect to make that available to you. What you're looking at now is still 2011, and I'll be updating that any day now to put the new information out there. The next link under quick links is the e-file availability chart, and this is one of my favorite tools for you, and a lot of customers still don't realize that this is out there. Again, this is still the information from this past tax season. It lists every federal and state entity, 1040 and business, when we got approval for that for e-file, this is for e-file, when we expect to release it to you, and when it actually got released. All of this is readily available, and of course in December all of this will be pretty much blank, and then as we post dates in early January, this would get out there for you. It's really handy to know what to expect. Instead of having to call customer service, the reps are looking at this exact same chart, and you have it right there for you. One new thing for TaxWise for this upcoming season is we'll also have a forms availability chart, and you'll be able to see the different modules and products that you purchased and when we expect the forms to be out there, because being able to print it and being able to e-file it are sometimes two different things, not available at the same time. So we'll have that chart available for you. And the last thing under this section is calendars and charts. And this just contains a few handy things that we get from the IRS. We just put handy little links here for you. We do have a quick reference guide for the Solution Center, which will tell you how to use everything on the site. You can look at it or print it out. There's several decision trees there for preparing tax returns, e-file processing schedule, an e-file calendar, and a refund cycle chart, which again, all of this is for last tax season. Now that we're going to MEF, all of that's out the window, and it'll be different, and we'll post what the IRS has up there for the e-file processing. And there's several other things that you have access to there. A big one that I always point out is the phone menu tree. When you click on that, it tells you the phone system for customer support, so that when you call us, you know which prompts to choose. We get that a lot, that customers get confused when they're listening to the menu prompts. They don't really know what to choose. And when you see it written out here in the chart, it makes perfect sense, and it's so much easier to get through the menus. Once you enter your client ID and your EFIN when you call us, there's one menu, 1 through 9, and the only one that has sub-menus under it is the third one, which is the big one. Almost everything falls under tax software, and then you have a few choices under there. It gets you to the person that is best trained to help you. If you choose the prompts for business, you're going to go to the group of reps that have been trained on the business returns, rather than the big pool of reps that are only trained on the 1040. So it's really to your advantage to choose these correct prompts, and it'll get you to a person really fast. A good example is Client Accounting Suite. If you're using that product, when you call us, you enter your client ID, your EFIN, you choose prompt 6, boom, you get through to the reps immediately. No other prompts to choose. So now I'm going back to the main landing page. A few of the other options that we want to look at now are things that you do need to log in for. And when you click them, it does make you log in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This particular one that I clicked on is the refund status, the return status. And that particular option, typed my password wrong. I'm sure you've all done that. I will mention that if you type your password wrong 3 times, you're locked out. But there was a link there that said need help, and if you click it, it tells you how to reset your own password. So it does give you a few options to do that yourself before you absolutely have to call customer service. There is a certain point where you do have to call us, and then we unlock it for you. So now that I clicked on return status and I logged in, it takes me to this main page, and I could get to everything here. Everything that was separate links on the landing page is also here. You just have to click on the different menu options and click down the side menu. Return Query is the same exact tool that the reps use, and it allows you to search for any social or EIN for a business return and see the status of that return, the e-file status. The IRS, the state, and the bank if it's a bank product, or fee collect if it's fee collect. We still have customers that don't realize that you have access to that, and this on the support site is directly reading what's in the electronic filing center. So it's absolutely correct, and again, it's the same thing that the customer service reps are using. So I do encourage you to use that. And I'm going to go back to the home page so I can click another one of the links here that does require a login. Return status is something that you would use all throughout tax season once e-filing starts. Reports is another thing that you would use all throughout tax season to see your office's tax returns that have been done. And also, if you have other locations, you can see what they're doing as well. So there's reports in there that are for your office, or if you're multi-offices, you can see what all of the offices are doing individually or as a group. Product updates, I'm sure that every TaxWise customer has clicked on that link and gone into product updates. I had already logged in, so it remembered that. When you click on the updates, it takes you right to the screen, but you could also go to downloads and just click on it. It's very important that you stay updated, and it's very important that you understand there's 4 different kinds of updates. This section is program updates, and you'll always see just one here, the latest one, which contains everything. So you don't have to click several different program updates. There's only one, and always stay updated, and always read the release notes. The little book there, when you click on it, is the release notes, and it tells you exactly what's changed. It does keep up with all of the release notes for all of the updates, so you can always look back through and see what changed with every update. But in addition to that, we have federal module updates, which is this section, and you also have to do these updates. So always make sure that you do both of those. If we have any kind of weird program errors going on, the first thing we do is say get updated, and you can see inside the software what update version you're at, so you can tell what you need to be at. I'll also point out several other important things on the screen. Now we do have several years on the screen to download. We do support the current year plus 2 years back, and for e-file you can e-file 2010 and 2011, and then 2012 for the upcoming year. You can e-file all of those returns provided they meet the criteria. So we have to give you access to those other year updates, and there is a drop down here so that you can pick other years to download. And the other thing on the screen I want to point out is that we have a notification here where you can be notified when your products are updated. This is one of the most important things. All you do is enter your email address, as many as you want, and click the things you want to be notified about, and it does go on down for all the states, everything. And every time we post an update, you'll get an email. The next thing that I want to mention on this screen is that we are right now on program updates. We also have state updates and bank updates, and you do have to get those as well. And then if you use our W-2 1099 payroll program, this is where you download it. This is how you get it. On the side down here, we also have updates for help files. There are the conversions are located here. Updates for IntelliForms if you use that product. Prior years, if you click on TaxWise software, then you have the option to download the initial version, and right now it's 2011, but you'll have 2012 here. And then you also have some prior years that you can install and download as well, right there from that screen. So now I'm going to go back out to the main screen. And again, I'm on the landing page. And I just want to point out some of these other things that you can do right here on the Solution Center. You can make changes to your account, and I'm not going to go to all of these screens. I do encourage you to log in and play around with it now before tax season starts. You can make changes to your own account, and in fact, we in customer service can't do that for you anymore. If you need to change the name or the address, phone number, email address, any of that, you go to My Account. You log in and do that. Customer environment is something new that we have. If you it tells us about your business. So if you go to the website and fill that out for us, the reps can see it in our system. And when you call in, if you're having some kind of updating problem, we can see, oh, you're on a network, you have 5 computers, this type of network, and we don't have to ask you all those same questions again. You can view the products that you've bought. You can verify your fees before tax season starts if you have any type of fees, and you can see your bank product information. Down in this account services section, that's where you go to fill out your bank application to offer bank products or fee collect if you're doing that instead. Any type of billing that you have, you log in to see that. You can pay your bill online. You can refer someone else as a customer to us. And the reason that you have to log in to do that is because you can earn a referral fee. So we have to know who did it. So you log in and tell us your client ID. And then we have a marketing resource center, which is something we added new this past year. And it has a wealth of information to help you market your business to your taxpayers. The last thing that I'll mention on this on the support side is the business partners. These are partners that work with us in TaxWise, and you can click on these links and you can read all about the products that they offer. We send this type of information to you in a lot of your packages, but you may not have noticed. You may not have seen some of those flyers, and you may not realize that we have these solutions available to you. For example, Staples. You can get a discount with Staples. Versacom is what we used to call ABC Voice, which allows your taxpayers to call a phone number and find out the status of their return so they don't have to call you. We have our banking partner pages here so you can read about their offerings. There's a link to NATP. We have a discount for joining that. We have the debit cards and also iTransact, which is a product that allows you to take credit card payments from your taxpayers. And it does a lot of other things too. It's a really good program. So again, I encourage you to click around on this Solution Center well before tax season. And then as we get closer to tax season, all of this will get updated, especially the training and the download areas. We'll start putting a lot more information on the latest news and the blogs. The community board up here under Prepare Solutions was right under Return Status, and I didn't actually click on that. But this is a place for you to talk to other TaxWise customers, and a lot of things are solved right there on those community boards. There's an e-file one, a bank product one, a technical board, and just a regular software usage, and a lot of things are solved there by other users. And then we log in occasionally too and help out with some of those questions as well. But it's mainly for customers to talk to each other about things that are going on. So again, click around on this and you'll see which ones require login and which ones do not. One thing that we'll be adding before tax season is a little icon, a little lock next to the ones that do require a login, so it'll be easier for you to spot that. And maybe encourage people to use it more when they realize you don't have to log in for the vast majority of things.
Well, Stephanie, the new Solution Center looks like a great place to find a lot of great information. You can save yourself a lot of time, too. Instead of having to call customer service, you can go to the Solution Center, and so much of the information is already there. How much do your customer service people depend on the Solution Center?
Oh, definitely. These are the same tools that the reps use on the phones. We have access to the exact same things, and this is where we go. We train the reps to use these exact same tools, knowledge base and charts and links and all of that.
So you can save yourself a customer service call sometime if you have a question. Go to the Solution Center first, try to find it there, and then if you can't find it, go ahead and make your customer service call.
Exactly.
But this will be a big help to you during tax season. So have it where you can get to it easily, bookmark it on your computer, and you can pop right in there and not have to log in or anything and find the information that you need in the Solution Center.
I would say 90% of the questions could be answered by using the Solution Center.
Sounds great. Stephanie, thank you so much.
Thanks.
And we thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.